You asked me for advice on what to do if basically you don't feel motivated. You said when you wrote to me that when you get home from work, you don't feel like doing anything. You're too tired, too exhausted, and even on weekends, you don't want to do anything, see anyone, or go anywhere. So there's a couple things that could be going on here. Number one, are you suffering from some type of depression? Because I understand there can be physical reasons for being too exhausted and not wanting to do anything after a long day of work. And if you're dealing with physical exhaustion, then you would still be able to, do some of the things that you want to do on the weekends or when you're rested. And if you're too tired after work, then you may look at rearranging your schedule so that you can get up earlier and do the things that you want to do. For instance, if you want to compose a song, maybe you get up an hour early each day and you strum and you learn a few chords or you write a few lyrics. Whatever it is, do what motivates you and what excites you and what fulfills the desires of your heart. Do that first thing in the morning while you have the awakeness and the wherewithal to do it. Some people are not morning people, some people are night owls. Maybe after you get home from work, you need to have a good meal and take a little nap. If you work better at night, then realize that and do what it takes to get in the best hours. What hours are you at your best? And try to work within those hours that you are at your best. You have to do something, and if your job that you're doing, your 9 to 5, is not your passion, your heart's desire, that in itself could be taking the life out of you, making you feel not motivated. So it's more important than ever to find the time to work into your schedule the things that actually excite you, that motivate you, that make you happy. That will bring an aliveness and an alertness, and it will give you something to look forward to. So lots of things could be going on here. So if it's just too tired, figure out, do I work better at night? Do I work better in the day? Do I need to just get up earlier? Do I need to take a nap after work? Whatever. Or do I need to just do this thing I love on the weekends? So that's the first thing. If it's a depression thing, because if you're still not motivated and exhausted on the weekends, realize what is it that's taking you down? Do you need to talk to someone? Do you need to see someone? Do you need to be on medication? Not everybody does, but sometimes we're just not in touch with the things that motivate us and give us passion. It's hard to stick to a plan of if you want to rebuild your car engine or whatever that thing is that you want to do that you're not motivated to do. Get to the heart of why you want to do it. Is it to show your son how to rebuild this car engine so he'll have a skill he can use later in life? Just, is it to spend time with your family? If you get to the heart of why it's important to you and what a difference it's going to make, you might be more motivated to do it. So sometimes it just starts by asking yourself a bunch of questions. Am I not motivated because I'm not clear on why that's important? A lot of people, they're so busy, they're so overworked. If they don't know specifically why they're doing something, they won't feel like doing it, they won't want to do it, they won't have that fire under them or the motivation. So figure out, is this a depression thing, or am I just not clear on why I want to do this? Is this an exhaustion thing? If so, let's figure out what time of day I work best. But if you're not going after and pursuing and doing the things that you love, you're going to feel dull. You're going to feel dry. You're going to feel lackluster, because the things that you enjoy doing, if you're not doing them, whether you're tired or depressed or whatever, that's going to drive you deeper into that place where you're not motivated. It's going to drive you deeper into the place where you're exhausted because you're not doing anything to refuel yourself. You have to refuel yourself and give yourself the things that fill you up, that make you full, that give you joy. If it's going out for a hike or a nature walk and you get back and you've spent that time talking with a buddy of yours, or even just being out in nature and you feel exhilarated, well, if you haven't done that for a long time, you're gonna feel a little lackluster. So I would say you've got to find that joy. You've got to start scheduling in the things that you enjoy. When you're only all day long, every day, serving other people, doing what other people want you to do, serving your boss's mission and purpose, taking care of your family. Of course you love them, but what do you also love? Do you love cooking? Do you love sewing? Are you making time to do the things that bring you joy? When you fill up your cup, you're going to have more than enough to then pour out on others that need it. And you're not going to feel so spent and tired and exhausted and unmotivated at the end of the day. So take that time, schedule that time, figure out what you love. Take that time to do what you love and what motivates you. For me, it's working on my poetry. You know, I notice a big difference in myself when I'm working on my poetry or my writing, working on my books or my course, or things that fills me up, that I feel like will help a lot of other people. Then I feel like, okay, now I can make these phone calls that I don't want to do. Now I can work on this legal stuff, or this branding stuff, or this marketing stuff, or this paying the bills, or doing this research, or whatever is tedious and draining to me. But if I only scheduled time to do those important things that didn't fuel me up, I would never ever want to do them or get to them, and I would make excuses all day long. I would not be doing anything. So it's not going against the things that you have to do. It's not saying, oh, but if I spend all this time doing stuff I enjoy, then I won't have time to do this other stuff. Reality is, you're not doing a lot of the other stuff because you hate it, you dread it, it's torture, and you're not doing what makes you feel alive. So fill you up first, then you'll have the energy and the excitement to go out and do the other things that you have to do. So motivate yourself, bring your own joy, do the things that you enjoy, and see how that takes away the exhaustion. See how that takes away the place where you don't feel motivated, because a lot of it is mindset, and you could just change one little thing and suddenly you're full of vibrant joy. Think about this one scenario. If you were so tired and so exhausted, you had no energy, you didn't feel like doing anything, and you got a phone call saying you just won $500,000 in the lottery. Nothing about your physical state changed, but suddenly you are wide awake. You are not exhausted anymore. Your mind is ticking with excitement and motivation. You're thinking of all the things you're going to pay off. You're thinking of, I'm going to pay off my mom's house for her. I'm going to buy my friend who's taking the bus a car. I'm going to be able to get those lessons I've been wanting to take. I'm going to be able to hire someone to help me. Suddenly you're alive, you're alert, you're enthusiastic, and that physical state you're in changed. But the physical state actually didn't change, your mental state changed. So what do you have to change in your mental state in order for your physical state to come along with it? So next time, think about that. Sometimes it's just a switch in the brain that changes your actual physiology. All right, guys, live true, love hard, shine bright.